A last-minute deal and swing vote put the $133 million project back on track after a 2-week pause.
So when will the work resume? Can it get back on schedule? How much did the delay cost? Local 12's Joe Webb joins us live from over the Rhine with some of the answers. Joe.
Yeah, and Kit, I wish I had all the answers, and so do those people who are working on the streetcar project. You can see behind me, nothing happening really here at Liberty and Elm, and nothing was going on today. Technically, workers can't get back on the job because the mayor chose not to sign the ordinance re-signing the project, so it doesn't really take effect for 4 days, which would put us at Christmas Eve. Haven't gone back to yet work, but they are ready to get back to work. Yesterday's city council vote means you'll only have to look at pictures of streetcar construction for the next 21 months, not eternity. In 2016, we should have a streetcar. The project was on schedule for a September 2016 finish until the pause. At that time, the project was on schedule. So, can it still be done on time?
We're not really sure at this point, quite honestly, because it depends on when they can get their workforces back and so forth.
Deatrick says work could technically start on Christmas Eve, but more likely we'll see full crews on the job right after Christmas. More rail will be delivered the 26th. Rail installation will restart north of Findlay Market the 27th. The pause, as it's been called, not only costs the city time, but also money, maybe as much as $2.5 million.
We're working to minimize that, though, and we did certain things during the pause that we had permission to do from the mayor to minimize the cost of it, and we hope that those will all pay off.
None of this would be in the works today if not for a last-minute deal cut by City Council member Kevin Flynn. Facing a Thursday night deadline to lose federal grant money, Flynn inked a 10-year, $9 million deal with the Haile Foundation to cover some operating costs. That swung his vote, and the project was back on. Today, after his first real sleep in days, Kevin Flynn said now that the squabbling is over, there's new energy and focus on getting things done.
Some of the private sector money that has stayed away from the project because they didn't think that it was a good idea to do a downtown loop. But now that they know it is going to be a downtown loop, we are going to get their money and their energy and their support to make it work.
Now, Flynn says City Council obviously will take some time off for the holidays. After the first year, in the next coming months, they'll work out the details on this public-private partnership that will work to fund the operations privately for the streetcar and figure out who is going to manage it. A lot of work yet to be done, obviously, but, Kit, like we heard, work should be starting sometime next week. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Joe. And since it's now likely the system will be up and running by the end of 2016, we thought we'd give you a look at exactly where the 3.6-mile loop goes from the banks all the way to just north of Findlay Market. There, it will turn around and head back south toward the Central Business District and the riverfront. From 2nd Street near the ballpark, the tracks run north, following Main Street up to 12th, where they turn west. From 12th, the route goes past Washington Park, then turns north again on Elm, heading past Music Hall toward Findlay Market. You can see this is the area where tracks are already in the ground. Then it's east on Henry Street, where the streetcar maintenance and operations facility is being built. The tracks then run south on Ray Street before turning east on Central Parkway. And then it's south again on Walnut past the Aronoff Center and Government Square, and back down to the banks. The electric-powered streetcars move with regular traffic. They'll pull alongside curbs at 18 stops for passengers to get on and off of them.